Hello to everyone. Myself G. Prabhu, working in Department of Automobile Engineering in Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Today my topic is steering system. The first we are going to see about the requirement of vehicle steering system. A vehicle should have a wheel more mechanical advantage which should be have less effort, and it should turn the wheel within a short portion of time, and there should be a self-centering action in the steering geometry, and it also has to be a certain degree of irreversible so that the shocks of the road surface are not transmitted to the hand of the driver. So these are the some main requirements of a good steering systems. So next we are going to see about the various types of steering gearbox. Worm and wheel steering gear. The next is worm and roller steering gear. Then next worm and sector steering gear. The next fourth cam and lever steering gear. Fifth the rack and pinion steering gear. And sixth is recirculating ball type steering gear. The first type we are going to see about the worm and wheel steering gear. In this type steering gearbox there will be a worm at the end of the steering in the inner core. This worm meshes with the wheel in a steering gearbox housing. When a steering wheel turns, the steering column revolves and the wheel is rotated along with it. This causes a drop arm to move and thereby moving a drag line, and also steering linkages like tie rod, kingpin, etc. The next type we are going to see about the worm and roller steering gear. In the steering there will be a worm at the bottom end of a inner column and a roller in there is a steering gearbox. When a worm rotates, the steering roller which is attached to it also rotates. Such a roller rotates to the via moving a drop arm. In this type steering there will be a worm in the bottom end of the steering column in a steering gearbox housing. So this method is also used in many types of vehicles. The next type is recirculating ball steering gear. In this steering there will be some steel balls in a grooves of a steering inner column which moves along with the steering worm. This enables to a steering column the friction among them and thereby reducing noise. It increases the mechanical advantages of operation for easy and smooth operation of the steering. The next type is rack and pinion steering gear. In this steering, a pinion is mounted at the end of the steering inner column. It engages the rack which has a ball joint at the end of the steering column to allow the rise and fall of the wheels. The rod are connected with the ball joints to the subaxial that rotates the motion of steering wheel, turn the pinion which moves the rack sideways parallelly to the tie rod. The next type we are going to see about the steering linkage. The steering linkage is a connected the various linkages between the steering gearbox and the front wheel. It has a steering arm, a track rod, link rod, the steering gearbox, steering column and a steering wheel. When the steering wheel is turned to a right or left, the pit arm swings from the one side to the other end. The movement of the pit arm gives an angular motion to the front wheel through the steering linkage. The most common use of steering linkages is commonly steering linkage. The pit arm, or otherwise known as a drop arm, is connected direct by the connecting link, namely the motion are carried out according to this arm. In this design, a drag link is contained between the drop arm and the right steering knuckle by locating this steering gear. In the direction caused by the steering linkages, the pit arm is connected directed to one of the rod, which turns the connector to another end of the rod. They are connected to the steering arm. Thank you for watching this video.